Hey, everybody. Welcome to On the Porch. I am Todd, joined as always by my friend Ken. Come and sit a while and join us and have a conversation. Apparently, this episode, we are going to take you into the deep world of sleep science because me and Ken were just talking about naps. And Ken is an expert on sleep science and everything medically has to do with sleep. So take his word as gospel. And if you get injured or hurt, then this is all a joke and don't bother.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's naps. That's what we're just talking about. Is
Yeah.
I don't take a lot of naps, but whenever I do, it's like I always nap for at least an hour or so. When I wake up, I feel like I've been drugged. So then it's worse than if I didn't have a
Yeah.
nap.
Yeah. So if you guys ever want to know the behind the scenes of On the Porch, we're 3 minutes late because me and Ken were in an in-depth conversation about naps. So
Were we late?
yeah,
Oh,
we're
man,
about 3
we was
minutes
right on
late.
time. Okay, well,
So hey Ben, thanks for
yeah,
hopping in here, man. So
yeah. Hi,
but
Ben. How you
yeah.
doing?
Yeah, we were just all enthralled in our discussion of naps. So
I know it. I know it. Good. And the big thing was, I think like 20 minutes
yeah.
is like the optimum time to take a nap.
Yeah.
So how do you wake up after 20 minutes? Because
Yeah.
you can't set an alarm because you don't know how long it's going to take you to fall asleep.
Right.
I do set that alarm, then I'm like, am I going to sleep too long? Did I give myself enough time to fall asleep? I don't know, man. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I always do like a 30-minute or 40-minute alarm. I don't really set alarm. I set a timer,
Mm-hmm.
and and then that seems to be best for me. Usually about 30. I usually end up about that 40-minute mark when I try to take a nap. Sometimes it's 30,
Yeah.
sometimes it may be an hour, but usually right around that time. But
Yeah.
I don't take a nap that often. So,
Yeah. Man, I tell you what, my wife is the king of napsters.
yeah.
I mean, we have if you remember there, we have that bed that's out on our porch with
Uh-huh.
the ropes, it's like a day bed. And man, she can crawl up in that thing and nap for hours during the day. If I did that, I'd be up all night.
Yeah. Yeah. Holly's a good napper too.
Yeah.
She can do it do it with the best of them. But Taylor's pretty good about taking a short nap. She'll come in from school every once in a while, and then in like 30 minutes she'll get a nap in, right after
Yeah.
school. So but, yeah, Ben's saying he usually gets a 20 to 45-minute nap naturally. So yeah, so I get
Yeah.
it, man.
Is that every day, Ben?
Yeah, he's uploading
I,
his episode for Thursday, so that's exciting.
okay.
Yeah,
What's the adventures of Ben doing this week? I wonder.
yeah. So
Life with Ben, and that's something. Anybody listening, go on PTV on YouTube
yeah, check out.
and listen to Life with Ben on there. It's great.
Yeah, he does all kinds of crazy stuff, like trying all these chicken
Mm-hmm.
sandwiches and all this stuff. Yeah.
Man, yes. Speaking of that, man, last week I ate one of those Chick-fil-A's. Is the pepper,
Oh,
the honey
pepper.
pepper pimento or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
Man, that was good.
Was it? I'm not a big
Yeah,
pimento cheese fan, so
really. Oh
yeah,
my word.
I might need to try it. It's been like a long time since I've had it, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't get over like the look of it. It looks too much like cottage cheese, but orangish yellow.
Mm. Man, I
Yeah,
love pimento cheese and jalapenos on
yeah,
hamburgers. Like you
uh,
grill a hamburger, throw it on there, and oh my word, it's really good.
yeah, yeah. So Holly tried one of the new Whoppers Burger King has, the fried pickle Whopper, and she said it was really good.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, so
What is that?
it's a Whopper with fried pickles on it and some kind of pickle mayonnaise and bacon and some kind of white cheese and
Hmm.
lettuce. So
Yeah,
yeah,
man, we're talking about the pimento cheese. Whenever I was a kid, whenever we have our family get-togethers, my
uh-huh.
family lived out in the country, and homemade pimento cheese was a staple. You could just put it on that white bread and slice it in half diagonally,
Uh-huh.
and we'd have that stuff piled up like 2 feet tall in a big
Yeah.
old big old platter. I mean, we had chicken, fried chicken, and everything else to go with it, but it's like it was a filler, a cheap filler, and man, I love that.
Yeah.
Velveeta cheese, and I don't know how they make it. My sister
Yeah.
knows how to make it still.
Yeah. My sister's a big pimento cheese fan. She likes hers on pulled pork barbecue sandwiches. So.
Really?
Yeah. So, I don't know.
I never heard of that.
Maybe she's
Got to be good though.
Yeah. I think there's a place around here that does that.
Mm.
That puts the pimento on the barbecue sandwiches. I think so.
Yeah.
I think there's a little place.
It's kind of an odd.
Yeah.
It's kind of an odd combination, but I bet it's good though.
Yeah. And she seems to enjoy it.
There's a place in Nashville. It's got all they have. They have two things: French fries and milkshakes. That's it. Like you know how you would dip your fries in a Frosty from Wendy's.
Yep.
It's like that. They come out with fries and a milkshake, and that's it.
Oh man. I've been. I tell you who's got an underrated milkshake or shake legally. I don't know if they can call it, and that's Arby's.
I didn't know they had a milkshake.
Yeah, completely underrated. And one of the reasons I knew it is here a week or so ago, I had this like head cold thing going on, and my throat was always like itchy, and I had a cough and was irritated, and I was like, man, if I could just get something cold on my throat, and I was close to the Arby's, and I thought they got milkshakes. I'll just go get me a chocolate shake. That'd be cool. Well, the regular chocolate shakes had been on sale for $2. And I told I got like 3 chocolate milkshakes last week.
Yeah.
because of my throat. And I told Ollie, I said, my throat's never going to get better if I keep drinking these chocolate milkshakes. It's not going to be like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get something else. So.
Man, it's got to be better than the McDonald's milkshakes.
I'm sure it is.
I haven't had a McDonald's milkshake since 1976, probably, because they're always broken.
Yeah. Well, if you're ever close to an Arby's, grab a milkshake. They have chocolate and vanilla, and then another flavor, Jamocha, which is, I guess, coffee and chocolate. I guess I don't know. Always just go chocolate, but yeah, it comes with whipped cream on top.
There's nothing more aggravating than getting a milkshake and it being so thick that you can't drink it.
Oh yeah,
you ever had one like that?
Yeah, where like the straw collapses.
I just want to throw it out the window, man.
I know, it's like
what the heck? Don't tease me.
Yeah, it's like how do I drink this milkshake without having the straw collapse? I'm like trying to hold it open with my fingers. Or I'm not a fan of the people that have like the cookie bits or the candy bits in milkshakes, because it's the same thing. Want to get stuck in the straw, and it's the same kind of thing. But
man, up here talking about the cookie bits in there. Up here we have the Dairy Queen's about the only ice cream we can get up here. Well, we have a Sonic too, but I think Dairy Queen's way better.
Yeah.
And we'll go there, and I go with my wife to the drive-thru. It's embarrassing, man, because she really likes, you get the Butterfinger Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
She likes a lot of Butterfingers in there.
Yeah.
And she says, tell them I want 5 times the normal amount. And I'm like, I am not telling them 5 times. And I said, you tell them if you want it. I mean, to me, that's just embarrassing, man, And she'll lean over, she goes, I want 5 times the amount of Butterfingers you normally put in there, and it's just like they always question her, excuse me, 5 times? But anyways.
Yeah. I do that with I always get the M&M ones, and it's like, I always say extra M&Ms, they usually do a pretty good job. But, Ben says that In-N-Out has great shakes, and they do, Ben. They absolutely do. But like you were saying that Arby's is 45 minutes from your house, the closest In-N-Out to me is 10 hours away in Dallas. So
yeah. And I don't know if Nashville has one now or not.
The
In-N-Out.
I don't know if they made it that far east yet. So
yeah. What was that one? I've only eaten there once. Shoot, I forget the name of it. But you stopped there once.
Whataburger? Hey,
Whataburger,
Arnie,
yeah,
Doug.
yeah.
So
Hey Arnie, hey Doug, yeah. Whataburger, they're kind of they populated Nashville the last couple of years.
yeah,
There's
Waterburger is
three,
great.
three or four of them around.
Yeah, cameras look great tonight. Yeah, we're not having the
Oh,
internet problems, and Ken got new lights.
yeah, I got
So
new lights, man. On Todd's recommendation, I told you I don't even look, man. I'll just tell Todd what I need, and he'll send me links, and I just get them. I don't even ask. Heck, half the time I don't even look to see what the price is. But I got two lights that clamp onto my table here. It's nice having everything contained and neat and tucked in, and I like it.
yeah, Arnie saying In and Out is coming to Tennessee. So
Oh, I wonder where.
probably Nashville,
Yeah,
maybe Jackson, Tennessee. That would be great.
yeah. You could drive there, huh?
Or Dyersburg. So
Dyersburg,
yeah,
Dyersburg may get it. I don't know. I
yeah.
doubt it. And Dyersburg used to have a what did we say a while ago? Whataburger.
Oh yeah,
They used to have one a long time ago. I remember. No, it
yeah.
wasn't. That was what was the other root beer place?
Main W.
Drive-in. A&W. It was
Yeah,
A&W's. I'm sorry,
yeah.
not
We
Whataburger.
we had A&W um, here years ago when I was real little. We had an A&W drive up, I guess. And you go
Mm-hmm.
inside, you find a table, and each table had a phone on it. And you picked up the phone and made your order
Mm, yeah,
and stuff. And then it closed down, and they tore that building down, and then they opened up another one, like a freestanding, and then that one went out. But down in Sykeston, last I checked, there was a A&W / Long John Silver's all in the same building, kind of like the
really.
KFC Taco Bell combo things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but our Long John Silver's shut down in Cape. So, rest in peace, Long John
Yeah. Man, I
Silver's.
like Long John Silver's.
I do too.
I, I like that. We had a fish fry up here a couple weeks ago. Our
Mm-hmm.
neighbors across the cove over there, they invited us over, and they're from. Well, It's funny around this lake. We're about the only Southerners. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's moved
Yeah.
here from all over, but they're from up north, Wisconsin and
Uh-huh.
Illinois, up in there, and they all did a beer batter on their fried fish. I'm
Yeah.
used to cornmeal and flour,
Yep.
kind of Southern
Yep.
style, but man, I loved it because it was like Long John Silver.
Yep.
The batter, the beer batter, it was great.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Long Johns too. Our Long John Silver wasn't that great locally. It just wasn't
Mm-hmm.
managed well.
Mm-hmm.
And but if you find a good one, same way with our Hardee's. We have a Hardee's, but it's just not ran well, and
Mm-hmm.
the employees aren't that good. But it's like if you go to a Hardee's that's ran well, or Carl's Jr. for you guys out west, same thing.
Is that the
It
same thing?
Yeah, they're the same thing. And
Mm.
there's only like 2 states in America that have both Hardee's and Carl's Jr. One is Oklahoma, and I can't remember the other. But anyway, a good, well-run Hardee's / Carl's Jr. is really good. But man, if you get a bad one,
Yeah,
it's sad.
yeah.
So
Man, my parents, they go every morning to Hardee's
yeah,
and sit down there with all the other folks their age. And man, they'll sit there till like noon
yeah,
almost, well, not really noon, about 10:30 or 11.
yeah,
They get there pretty early and sit there for a long time and
yeah. I worked.
solve the world problems.
Yeah, when I worked at Burger King in high school and when I was in college, and yeah, you had your regulars that would come in. There were people that would come in early in the morning and get coffee. They'd be in there at lunch and grab like a hamburger and small soda, and then they'd be back after supper and usually get like a shake or one of an apple pie or the Hershey Sunday pie and all that stuff, and sit there and for an hour or so, and they'd all be the same group. So
Hmm.
yeah, but
Well, my mom, she takes tomatoes because they get biscuits, it's like sausage and
uh
biscuit or
huh,
whatever. They take tomatoes, whenever they're in season.
hmm,
They slice them and take them in a container and they honey every morning.
yeah,
Apparently, Hardee's doesn't have honey, and they like honey on their biscuits, so
uh,
every day.
Yeah. Yeah. I like
But so,
Bojangles.
man, you just never know what we're going to talk about. I guess we're talking about all the fast food restaurants
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah. Fast food. Fast food. Um, we have a Culver's here. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if you guys have them that out there yet or not. So they're from Wisconsin.
I think there's one in Mount Juliet, the closest one to me.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, Jamestown, I know we have the slowest fast food in America.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I love living up here.
Mm-hmm.
But a couple of weeks ago, I pulled into the Sonic. There was one car in there, and in that whole place. And at times they get overrun,
Uh-huh.
But there was one other car in there, and I pushed a little button, and she said, "Can you hold 1 minute, please?" I mean, one other car, I'm
Yeah.
like, "Come on." So I held about 10 minutes. I just left. I'm like,
Yeah.
"What the heck, man?" But they're
Yeah.
known for being slow at the Sonic
Well,
up here.
here in our little town we live in, Scott City, we used to have a Sonic, and it was the same way. It was like if you stopped there to grab something breakfast on your way to work, you better leave like 45 minutes early, or you're going to be late.
Yeah.
It was the same thing. But Holly's joined in. She misses Del Taco from out west, and it is a good place to eat.
What is Del Taco? Is it kind of like, is it anything like a Taco Bell?
It's yeah, it's like a Taco Bell, but it's way better. It's more.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with Taco John's?
No.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Taco John's the same way. It's this fast food Mexican, but it's higher quality food and stuff. And Del Taco's really good.
Yeah.
So they also have a place out in California I really enjoy, McGill's Jr. It's another. It's like even a step above that as far as Mexican fast food Mexican. So, yeah.
Man, we have a really good place. You remember where Monterey is? You got off the interstate and came through Monterey. It's a Mexican grocery store, and they have a food, not a food truck, but a food trailer parked right outside. And you go inside, and they have some booths, and tables in there. But they come get your order, and they go out there and they cook it outside, and
Wow.
and then they bring it back in. It's really good. It's authentic because there's a pretty big Hispanic community there in Monterey.
Yeah.
So it's really sometimes that's like, I don't know, 45 minutes away maybe, and sometimes we'll drive there to eat Mexican food instead of here closer just because of that. It's really good.
At McGill's Jr., they give you carrots with jalapenos in it, and that's pretty good. Speaking, have you ever tried at Chick-fil-A? I don't even know if they have it anymore, but they used to have carrot raisin salad where it was shredded carrots with raisins in it.
Shredded carrot.
Yeah.
I think I do remember that.
I never had the guts to try it, but it was on their menu forever. I don't even know if it's still on their menu anymore or not.
Yeah.
But it was like one of their staples. It's like, it must be a Georgia thing or something.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. Man, we're talking about food. Let's talk about some real food. we got Thanksgiving coming up.
Yes.
I can't wait, dude.
Sweet potato casserole. I'm ready for that.
Me too. Man, I went and bought a turkey yesterday, put in the fridge. This coming weekend, I'm gonna cook it because I never get enough turkey. So I'm gonna smoke it. Saturday, I'm smoking a turkey.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. Real quick before we go on to real food, if you're ever near Arby's, get a chocolate shake and try one of their fried turkey sandwiches that they have this time of year. You won't be disappointed. So,
really,
yeah, they're really good. So,
Arby's has a turkey sandwich. Huh?
Yeah, just this time of year, fried turkey sandwich. Yep. So, but yeah, I can't wait. I've been thinking about Thanksgiving food for a while now. Sweet potato casserole and the dressing and the gravy and the turkey and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, man, I think I've told you about the trash can turkey before, right? Ever told you about that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you about it again so other folks can
Yeah.
hear about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I've been doing this now for, man, it's I don't know, about 20 years, cooking a turkey in a trash can. And that's not the only place. I mean, I smoke. I have a real smoker and everything. But what do? You get the galvanized trash can, and you turn it upside down.
Mm-hmm.
You put the turkey on a stake inside a wooden stake inside the trash can. And you pile your coals up around the bottom on the outside of the can and then on the top of it. And what it does, it creates a convection oven in there because the air swirls around and it cooks extremely high, man. And you can cook, I don't care what size turkey, 90 minutes and it's done. And it'll come out and it is so good when it comes out. It's very juicy because it cooks so quickly. It doesn't dry out. And you can put like a pan in there with wine, or I always put a couple beers in there to help add moisture. But it's really good.
Yeah.
But I started doing that. There was I read about that back when there was newspapers. There was guys in the military. They were always trying to cook turkeys out in the field, where they were good and tasty, but they weren't successful. So they finally came up with this method, and so that's how it got started.
Oh, wow!
People in the military cooking it just out in the field during Thanksgiving.
Oh man!
So I do it every year, and my son grew up doing a trash can turkey every year. Yeah. It's not our main turkey. We usually do it about a week before.
Yeah. Do you put any? You rub anything on it before you do it?
Oh yeah. I put I got to where I just put salt and pepper on it, but I'll take the skin, put some butter and rosemary up under the skin, and then salt and pepper the outside with olive oil, and then salt and pepper, and put it in there, man. In 90 minutes, it'll come out golden brown.
Wow,
and
that's pretty fast.
Really juicy. Yeah,
90 minutes.
Oh, it's really fast. Yeah, it's really fast. I mean, you don't pick it up and peak or nothing. And it's very tempting because when it's cooking so hot that you can hear it in there sizzling and popping and carrying on. And you want to, like, man, is it burning? Is it burning? But no, it comes out really good.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. Yeah. Doug wants to know if we put marshmallows on our sweet potato casserole. No, I do not. Put candied pecans on mine.
Candied pecans, yeah. Yeah, no, we have a I don't like that with the sweet potato casserole. I mean, I'll eat it, don't get me wrong, but we do sweet potato pudding here, and that's a southern thing where you shred the potatoes up.
Yeah.
And and you mix a couple of eggs in there and put them in like a glass baking dish and cook them that way. There's some other things that goes in it, but we don't put marshmallows.
No, don't need them. I think that's more of a northern thing. I think. I don't know. It's sweet potatoes. They don't need to be any more sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, I mean, people here do put.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Marshmallows on there,
but it's not right.
Yeah. But we go to my sister-in-law's every year for Thanksgiving, and just about every other year, my other sister-in-law, she makes the sweet potatoes and brings them, but puts them in the oven just to brown the marshmallows and stuff before they're served. But every other year they catch on fire because we start talking. I even got a couple of videos of it, of them catching on fire. But we start talking, and forget about them until somebody says, "Oh, there's a fire in the oven."
Yeah. The only difference between our sweet potato casserole and a sweet potato pie is our sweet potato casserole doesn't have a crust at the bottom of it. But I like it because I really like putting my sweet potato next to like my stuffing and dressing and gravy, because then you get that real good sweet and savory. So yeah. But,
man, I love all that food. The turkey, the green beans, and
about cranberry sauce.
Now we have a battle going on in our family. If you bring real cranberry, that's made up with orange oranges in there and all the stuff that goes with it. It's really tasty and really good. But at our house, if your cranberry don't have ridges on it, then it's not cranberry.
You need that
Yeah.
from the can, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. So if somebody brings cranberry, it takes the time to make a really nice cranberry. They bring it. Man, you got to have the backup with the
Yeah.
the jellied cranberry. So
Yeah.
it has to have
Actually,
ridges.
yeah. I like both. I like both either way. In fact, I was at Walmart the other day and saw the Ocean Spray cranberry sauce, and I was like, "Oh, I need to get a can," because I like, after we eat Thanksgiving and the kind of food sitting there and people still picking and stuff, you go in there and grab a dinner roll, and I'll grab a piece of turkey and smear a little cranberry sauce on it at the same time on that dinner roll and make a little sandwich. And man, it's so good.
Now, don't you make the next day? Don't you make some kind of sandwich? You have a name for it? Was that you?
That was for Easter. That was my Easter basket sandwich. That was where
Easter
I took
basket.
because we usually have like sweet Hawaiian rolls at Easter, and I'll take those and a piece of ham and then a deviled egg, and put on the sweet Hawaiian roll and eat those like that, and those are really good too.
Well, we're going to be traveling to Nashville for Thanksgiving, and I'll be making 2 blueberry pies, 2 pumpkin pies. They're both made from scratch. I bake the pumpkins and everything. I don't use a canned pumpkin. And let's see, have that. My wife will be making a bunch of deviled eggs, and we need to make something green that we haven't decided on yet. Normally, we make the broccoli where you mix in with the mayonnaise. You don't cook the broccoli; it's raw broccoli. Mix in the mayonnaise and sugar and vinegar, apple cider vinegar. Mix it all up, and then you throw a bunch of crumbled bacon in there.
Yeah.
So it's totally unhealthy by the time we get done with it. But I don't know if you've ever had that, but that's really good.
Yeah, I've had that.
And sugar goes in there. Sugar and the mayonnaise and apple cider vinegar, just all mixed together. It's really good.
I've had this. I can't think of the name of it now. I want to say Neiman Marcus dip, but I'm not sure if that's right. But it's like, fresh broccoli, like little cloves of it, the little trees of it.
Yeah.
You chop it, make it small, fresh broccoli, and like Hellman's mayonnaise, like an extra sharp shredded cheddar cheese, and bacon bits. And you like mix it all together and then serve it with Ritz crackers, where you dip it on Ritz crackers, and that stuff was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, man, do y'all go to your mom's for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we'll be going.
Do that.
Yeah, we go to mom's around lunchtime, and then if Holly's mom has anything, we'll head over there. So and things, but mom has her side of the family and dad's side of the family, whichever ones can make it. We're kind of to the point for my family, like mom and dad's family are both kind of older, so a lot, mom's only got one sister left. She's in a nursing home with dementia, so my cousins kind of do have their own families and their own extended families, so it's hard for them to get together. And same, my dad, he lost a brother, but he still got some left, and but they a couple of them live far away and different things. So the big extended families of when I was a kid and we got together at my grandparents' house, that's kind of dispersed a little bit. So we're kind of at this weird time where it's not quite as many people, but it's slowly building up as my kids are starting to, 2 of my kids already have kids, and so their families are starting to build up. So it's starting to bounce back a little bit. But
so you're moving into the next phase.
Yeah, moving in the next phase where I'm the old person.
Well, I tell you what, man, it's just tough moving when you move into another phase. Maybe some people adapt and roll with it better. It's been kind of tough for me, dude. Moving into the phase we're in now since we moved up here in Jamestown. We're still going to my sister-in-law's house, but I loved getting up and just having coffee and watching the Thanksgiving Day parade. Loved that, man.
Yeah.
I love parades. And so now I'm going to have to record it because we'll need to be there at noon and it's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
So I'll miss it. And, but I'll watch it that night when I get back. But
Yeah.
moving into that next phase has been kind of tough on me,
Yeah.
but I'm coming around.
Yeah. I said something to Holly here not long ago. Because the way we're doing Christmas this year, we're doing it at my mom's Christmas Eve night, and then we'll have a little bit of Christmas here with our kids and Christmas breakfast with mom and dad. So we're gonna try to gather all our kids up and have them and their significant others and their kids all spend the night here, Christmas Eve night into Christmas morning, and maybe stay up a little late and playing games or whatever, talking, that kind of thing. So hopefully we can pull that off.
Yeah.
But,
You're gonna make everybody go outside midnight, or is that just gonna be your time?
It depends on how it goes. So, but
anybody listen, that's what we kind of started this a couple years ago, going outside on Christmas Eve and look at midnight, looking up in the sky and just hanging out, because it gets really quiet out there on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it does. It's nice,
and it is so peaceful, man. It gives you time to reflect on what Christmas is really about, and I don't know. It's a good time to go out there and get some peace of mind.
Yeah, it is. It is. Arnie and Doug's want to know if my mom's trees are done. Yes, they are. She just finished up a few days ago, so I know I told them I'd be getting them pictures. So I'll be doing that.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably be Sunday before I get to the pictures because I work every day this week. So who knows when I'll be off. But
I'll send you guys some pictures of our little trees here. We got one big one and a pencil tree, and then 2 smaller ones in our house. I've been meaning to do that and just hadn't.
We got one more to decorate, and then I got to put lights on the outside still. But just been timing's been off. What's going to be crazy this year is Thanksgiving is like as late as it possibly can be. So the time between Thanksgiving and Christmas is cut down immensely. So
it's going to be like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it is. It's
Thanksgiving, and the next week will be Christmas.
Yeah, it's going to be on the 28th. It's on the 28th this year. And so, yeah, it's going to be wild.
Man, speaking of the Christmas, the red one just came out at the theater up here.
Yeah, it's out here too. I want to go see it. The reviews have been very mediocre, which I wasn't expecting anything great, but I still want to go see it. So,
well, I'm friends with some guys that are Santa's helpers. So, and they were telling me that it's not really for young children.
Yeah.
But the one thing they did was some of the folklore that goes along with Santa. They got a lot of that right, according to them. So I don't know. I'm be interested to see what it is.
Yeah. I'll definitely take a look at it. There's some other Christmas movies that look pretty good this year. I couldn't remember the name of them. One's the greatest Christmas pageant ever. I know there's a Christmas movie for I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day that's coming out. There was a Christmas movie that Alonzo Duralde reviewed, and he wrote "Have Yourself a Movie Little Christmas," and he's like, I don't recommend very many Christmas movies because he's seen so many, but he recommended that one, but I can't remember the name of it at all right now. I have to take a look at it. So, and I know HBO Max is coming out with Christmas Vacation 2 with Chevy Chase and all them back. So that will either be really great or a flop among flops. And if I had to put money, I will put a flop among flops, because if it was worth its salt, it would not be a straight to HBO release.
When's that come out? This year?
Yeah, this year, I believe. So let me hit the Google machine and see.
I don't care. I'm going to watch it, man.
Yeah. I'll watch it to see what it is.
Yeah. I'm going to watch it with open mind and open heart. And
Yeah. Well, they can't call it Christmas Vacation 2 because that already came out, which is national in 2003, which is Cousin Eddie Goes to Hawaii for Christmas. That's so. No, I'm sorry. Christmas Vacation 2 is releasing in 2025. My apologies.
all right, so we got another year to get ready for it.
Yeah, yeah, and they're bringing back the original Rusty. Oh gosh, dang, not the one that played in Christmas Vacation, but the one that was in the European Vacation and National Lampoon's Vacation. Oh, part of the Brat Pack. I can't think of his name now for nothing. I can't think of his name now for nothing.
Are the Rat Pack?
Part of the Brat Pack.
Brat Pack. Okay.
Yeah, he was part of the Brat Pack, and he was in like 16 Candles and stuff like that. I can't think of that kid's name for nothing.
I don't even know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
Brat Pack.
Oh, Brat Pack's like Molly Ringwald and
That must have been during the
during the 80s. Yeah, it was during the 80s. You don't remember the 80s.
Told you the 80s. I don't remember, dude. 1982 was the last I remember. About 95.
I gotta Google his name.
Kind of tough here for a minute.
I gotta Google his name. Anthony Michael Hall. So, they're bringing him back.
Well, Ben said Red 1 tanked in the box office.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
That's
the reviews were mediocre on it.
That's okay. It's $5 here. I'll give them $5 and get my big bucket of popcorn and some snow caps and a Coke, and I'll be as happy as can be.
Yeah. Ben was on it for me. Ben was on it for me. But
Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Red 1, it had been delayed. It could have came out last year. Amazon made it, and they were going to send it straight to streaming, but then decided to release it at the box office, so they held on to it. And then there were some other delays. So there was a lot of money put into it, and I think they just kind of, I don't think they quite tightened it up like they should have. But The Rock ain't worried because he's got Moana 2 coming out the day after Thanksgiving, so he'll be just fine.
Well, The Rock's got enough money; he don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
That good.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, man, having the money, I watched Mike Tyson fight the other night.
Yeah.
And I was all excited. I went running in the house at 7:00 expecting to see it. And it didn't come on till like, I don't know, man. It was 11:00 or something crazy. They had 4 fights before then. And I'm not a boxing fan, but I was just excited to see what would happen. And
we were watching it too. I was watching the fights leading up, and it got to that women's fight, and our Netflix started buffering and freezing up so bad. It was unwatchable. So I just turned it off and went to bed. I was like, I can't sit here and fight this.
I know, man. Everybody's was that way. I think it's just crashing the.
Yeah, just Netflix, too many people on. Too many people. Well, they're gonna have to tighten that up because they got NFL football Christmas Day, and things. But
there probably won't be as many watching that as they were that.
No, there won't. Man. There won't be. And I got up in the middle of the night and looked to see the results of the fight because I was so curious. And then we tried to watch it, and it was complete something. I don't want to be a conspiracy theory, but something was going on with that. You know, Tyson just was not. It's like he was disinterested. You know.
Well, I think the first round, I think he had enough in him that he probably could have knocked Jake Paul out if he had really tried, but because he hit him a couple times pretty good, and then he's like, "Wait a minute, if I knock him out, I'm not going to get paid probably." So,
he was guaranteed $20 million.
Yeah, well, but yeah, he was in bad shape, man.
Yeah,
midway through and towards the end.
Yeah, I mean 58.
Yeah,
I mean that's not old, but that's not peak for something as physical as boxing is.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, some of hearing past interviews with him recently,
Mm-hmm.
I think he was a little bit afraid to kind of go to that zone that he used to be in, where he would just be a killer.
Yeah.
I don't think he. I don't. I know he said he doesn't like going there, and I think
Mm.
I think training, because you see those training videos where he's just like pummeling the mitts and just attacking. I think that's very different than getting there and then live hitting somebody in the head. I
Yeah.
think when he got in there, he thought, I don't want to be Mike Tyson, the killer,
Yeah.
the boxer that's going to put you out in 90 minutes. I don't think he wanted to be in that headspace anymore. I think, age and maturity, has put that to bed,
Yeah. Yeah.
and because he's talked about that a lot about that how he, years ago, how he never wanted to box again because he didn't want to have to go to the place you have to go to be a great boxer, or at least
Yeah.
where he had to. And I think once he got in the ring, he thought, I think he went hard, and then he's like, he just couldn't pull that switch anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Because right there at the first, man, he had a couple good licks on him, like jabs
Mm-hmm.
and back,
Yeah.
but Jake Paul back to hit him and backed him up, and then that was about it. And I was like, dude, he could have. I believe he could have put him down in one round, but he didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would have to been the round because after that he was just too tired to do anything.
Say what you want to about Jake Paul. I don't know how he is behind camera. I'm not going to pretend to know, because him and Logan have figured out one thing. And that's something that professional wrestling figured out years ago, that if you have a heel, a bad guy that people want to see beat up, people will pay all kinds of money to see it happen.
Yeah.
And for him to be such a heel and to find a beloved figure, babyface like Mike Tyson,
Mm-hmm.
and he took that whole wrestling gimmick of the heel and people just wanting to pay to see him get beat up,
Mm-hmm.
took it to the bank, and I mean, he made 40 million off of it himself.
Yeah.
And how, say what you want, him making that much, but the boxers on the lower card, they
Mm-hmm.
made exponentially more than they would have for those same matches if they had them anywhere else.
Yeah.
And so, hats off to him for getting those people paid and getting the people paid, around putting on the event and stuff, because apparently everybody and their brother got paid more than they would have for the same job.
Right.
And so hats off to them for that. And then that's how you put butts in seats and eyes on TVs, is to have that nasty heel like Ric Flair that you just want to see get beat,
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, those old guys, man.
Yeah.
Rest. I know we've talked about those guys before. Tojo Yamamoto and
Uh-huh.
What's the guy from Jackson or Memphis or
Jerry Lawler.
Jerry Lawler.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But man, that woman's fight, I didn't watch the first two fights, but the two women that was fighting, my goodness, did you see them?
I saw a little bit of those. I heard they really went at it. That's when it
Boy,
really started buffering and stuff.
man, they went at it like it was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
That 1 2 minute, they're just having 2 minute rounds. I think it was, God, I can't remember. I'm thinking it was like 120 or 150 punches they threw in 2 minutes between the two of something like that. It was something crazy.
Yeah.
And then one lady, her eye was cut right on her eyebrow,
Uh-huh.
and it was all hanging down. It looked like about a 3-inch cut, long cut,
Wow.
but it was just hanging down almost to her eyeball.
Yeah. Yeah.
My goodness.
The fight before that was really good. It was a welterweight title fight, and it was really good. A lot of punches thrown, and it was back and forth. The guy that was a champion came out and was dominating, but then as it wore on, the other guy was dominating, and then as it finished up, the champion was, starting to come back, and there were a couple of knockdowns. Each one got knocked down. So it was really, really entertaining fight to watch. I mean, I'm not the
Yeah.
biggest boxing fan. Not that I don't like it. It's just I never watch much of it.
Yeah.
But it was
I'm
kind of
not a
neat.
big boxing fan.
It was kind of neat to see, So, but
I'm more into what's that Olympic sport where they slide the rocks down the
oh,
ice?
curling,
Curling, yeah.
curling.
That's more my speed right there.
Yeah, yeah. How come curling's an Olympic sport, but shuffleboard isn't?
I don't know. It should be, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
They'll be having pickleball on there
Oh
for
yeah.
long.
Everybody says that's fun. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
But
It was like a lot of running to me.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, they already have ping pong and tennis in the Olympics. Might as well throw in pickleball. They also have badminton in the Olympics.
Hey man, I want to before the time runs out. We still got about 10 minutes. Lee, our neighbor up here,
Uh-huh.
she's into all the power tools and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, she bought a Ryobi wood splitter,
Oh yeah,
battery powered.
that's cool.
And dude, it is unbelievable what they can do now with those batteries and the technology, the gears
Yeah.
and everything. Man, it's just like a big log splitter.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
yeah. I'm sure it runs on the Ryobi HP batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everything she's got over there is, but I didn't even know they made such a thing.
Oh yeah.
And now she's got two of them because the first one came when the wheels was broken off of it.
Uh-huh.
And they're supposed to come back and pick it up, and they didn't. And she called them, and they're like, just keep it. We'll send you. They sent her another one, so she has two of them now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they just told her to keep it because it would cost more to pay the guy to come back and get it than it would be to.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah. No
It's
kidding.
like fix the wheel. And there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome.
But I know you like all the power tools and everything with your shop and everything. So
Yeah. Yeah, I got a whole laundry list of power tools that I absolutely need.
Mhm. Yeah.
I've been eyeballing track saws for a while now, but they're a little pricey, and the ones that are affordable, it's like, oh, they'll be great, but then it's like, yeah, they'll be fine, but then, well, I want to upgrade, and so I don't want to spend a little bit of money and then have to spend, more money later. So I've always been eyeballing.
What is a track saw?
It's a track saw. It looks like a circular saw, but it's got a special base on it, and it's got a track that you lay flat. It's for breaking down like sheet goods, and it's got you lay like this aluminum track on like a piece of plywood, and it's got a no slip bottom on it, and that way you lay that track down, and then you just put that circular saw. It's just got different grooves and things, and it rides in that track. That way you can just make the straightest cut that you want to with it, and you don't have to follow the line or anything. And the tracks are zero clearance, so you just put the edge of the track right where your pencil line is, and you'll cut right there. And
Really?
yeah, and then you can, if you really wanted to, you can buy like a little square that clamps on. That way you make sure your track's perfectly square with your edge and stuff. And it just makes breaking down sheet goods and stuff a lot easier and more accurate, than trying to.
You talking about like plywood and that
Like
kind of
plywood and sheets of MDF and that kind of stuff.
stuff? Okay. All
Yeah. So,
right.
and a lot of people use them for cross cutting instead of cross cutting on a table saw.
Yeah.
Because cross cutting on a table saw can really, if you're not careful, kickback's a real issue. And so a lot of people use them for cross cutting, too, with shorter pieces of track. So,
yeah, that always freaks me out. Table saw, kicking back.
Yeah. You have to,
I'm always worried about that.
Yeah. You have to really be mindful of what you're doing. And I've had a few pieces kick back, but nothing terrible, because I try to be extra cautious, with it and things. And in fact, I've learned how to cut circles on my table saw, which is fun. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's like,
spin it around.
you just spin it. It's nothing.
Mm.
But you show people and they're like, what? It's like, you just spin it. So I did
Mm.
make a miter sled for my table saw, to where I can cut perfect 45-degree angles with my miter sled, and I don't have to like angle anything. It's just a jig that rides on the T-tracks on my table saw, and I just have to put the wood on there, hold it, and zip it across, and then put it on the other side and zip it across, and I get perfect 45s. So,
Man, you got a full blown wood shop there at your house. Pretty awesome.
I haven't used it for anything, but I did make it. So
that's all right. If you don't have it, you can't use it.
Yeah. So, but I need to make a cross-cut sled for my table saw just to help with kickback and stuff.
Right.
Because it's tempting, especially when you just have to cut like once, just to like turn it on and go. You don't need to do that, Plus, it helps with repeatable cuts so that we can get more, uniform pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I had a lot of tools when we lived in Nashville, but we moved up here, and man, I got rid of that stuff, everything except I have a circular saw, sawzall, miter saw, a couple sanders, a couple drills. Mm-hmm. That's about it, really. Now that's about all I have now.
Yeah, I have
that's all I need.
I've been helping a buddy of mine move into a house, and he needed some repairs, and I got these two like portable toolboxes, and I'm able to like sling a whole bunch of stuff in them. Yeah, I don't know how many times he's like, I need such and such, and I'm like, I got that, and he's like, you got that? He's like, is that like Mary Poppins carpet bag? You just keep pulling stuff out. It's like,
yeah, like Santa's toy bag.
Yeah, it's like
no bottom to it.
Yeah, and his dad was there, and his dad's like, I need an 1.25-inch paddle bit. I'm like, I got one because I brought my paddle bit set. It had like 12 different sizes in it. I didn't know if I need anything like that or not, but I brought it. And I'm over, when it comes to anything, go on vacation or anything, I always have like tools and stuff with me.
Yeah.
And I never hardly ever use them, but daggum, when you need them, it's always nice to have.
Yeah. Man, I'm like the redneck tool guy. I have like 3 drill bits. I have a small one, a medium, and a big one. If it's in between, I just kind of wallow it out to its right size. I don't know. No, I have more than 3, but there was a time when that's all I had was 3.
Yeah. I have a drill bit set I keep at the house for me, and then I have a drill bit set I take to places.
Okay. Yeah, so you can forget them and leave them there.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. I did buy a set of Craftsman drill bits not long ago because I did get tired I was doing some things. I needed the exact size drill bit. All mine was just thrown together in a box. So I didn't know what was what size or anything.
Yeah.
So I got them in something that tells me what size they are.
Yeah. I need to get some Brad Point drill bits. I don't have any of those. I need to get some. They're a lot easier drilling into wood.
See, I don't even know what that is.
It's a drill bit that's got like 3 super pointy ends on it. So
I've seen those.
Yeah. So when you drill into wood, you can actually press those into the board before you even start because they're so sharp.
So it won't walk away.
It won't walk on you. Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Man, and I don't know what would be the right tool to do this, but I've seen some guys up here. They would have trees. They would cut down trees in their yard, and they get out there and make sculptures out of the actual trees. They leave the root and everything, and they would make sculptures out in their yard. Pretty cool. I like to try that sometime.
Yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of those guys. They'll like start with a chainsaw, and then there's different discs you can buy for an angle grinder. Kind of, like a flat disc is like a real aggressive sandpaper, and they'll also have different discs that take the wood out. They're like concave shape. Yeah, a lot of it's done with an angle grinder with special discs for wood carving on them. But I know a lot of them kind of get a basic shape with a chainsaw, and then they take
Hmm.
a grinder and work that with different discs.
I like to do that. Make a toy soldier.
Yeah, it's called power carving. So
Mm.
if you really want to get into it, you get chisels and picks and hand tools and really get detailed.
That's too much work there. I could deal with the angle grinder. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. And a quality angle grinder is not an expensive tool.
No. I've got an angle grinder that I've used. I have that. I don't know what you call it. That power converter on my truck,
Mm-hmm.
and I've used it several times. One thing we have a storage unit. I had to cut the lock off there because I bent the key and broke it. The only way I could get it off was you couldn't use any kind of cutters, hand cutters. It was the kind of lock that I bought where people would have a really tough time getting in there, and that they worked because I couldn't get in it, so I had to cut it off with a grinder.
Oh wow!
But running off my truck is pretty cool. And down in our property, I did some fencing down there where I've used it on some things, and felt like a rancher down there.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, if anybody needs a grinder, but you don't need a high end one, a lot of times Harbor Freight has a grinder that runs on sale for $10. That's the grinder I have, and it works fine. I wouldn't want to do a lot of heavy duty work with it, but if you just one of them people that just need a grinder every so often, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Well, I think that's where I got this one. It was orange. I've had it a long time. I think in Chicago something.
Yeah, Chicago Electric. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had it a long time, man.
Yeah. Arnie's saying Doug's dad gave us a Snap-on drill set when we bought PTV. Wow. That's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And Snap-ons, they're extremely expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I know their tools are. I don't know about the drill bits and stuff, but I know their tools are.
And anything from Snap-on's got is a premium price.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
But, well, I've just my power tools. I use DeWalt power tools, and then on wrenches, I like Craftsman. I know Craftsman isn't what they used to be, but they're still pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
Especially for somebody like me that don't use them every day.
Yeah, most of my power tools are DeWalt, and then I have some Bauer stuff from Harbor Freight. I have a Milwaukee electric screwdriver, which is from the M12 series, and then I actually have a Hercules from Harbor Freight hammer drill. And I really like that. Be honest with you, I went through this thing to where I was like, wanted all my power tools to be the same color, and I'm not a big fan of yellow or red, so I wanted blue. So I thought I could do Hercules and Makita, and it's like why? Just wait till these wear out and then get some other ones.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, I just DeWalt for me.
Yeah, DeWalt's solid.
Just had to pick something, but the ones I've got, like the circular saw and the chop saw, I've had for a long time, man.
Yeah,
and had them a long time.
Yeah. I had I wore out my DeWalt drill. I burned it out, and like black goo went everywhere, and that's why I ended up with that Hercules hammer drill. Is I couldn't for one, it was far cheaper, and the reviews and stuff were reviewed really well, and I love it. It's just fine for everything I do. I'm not banging them around all the time and things, but but yeah, it's like I've even considered trying to paint my power tools just to get rid of the yellow.
No,
not that I don't like DeWalt. I was just tired of looking at yellow.
Yeah.
I want blue. I love blue. You know?
Yeah, well, blue's nice.
Yeah. So,
but isn't Milwaukee like the hot tool to get right now as far as cordless?
Yes.
Isn't that like the thing now?
Yes, Milwaukee is the hot tool to get right now. And their stuff is really nice, and you really pay for it. but you know, you are getting what you pay for Milwaukee. You are getting a high end tool that performs very well. DeWalt's are a little cheaper and are equal, if not better, in certain things. It just kind of depends. You know, it's like a toss up. It's like 1% here, 1% there. You know, it's equal. And and the thing too is, if you watch enough people on YouTube, not these woodworkers that have all the fancy stuff behind them, but people that actually work, and you see what they're using in the field, you'll see more yellow and you'll see more Makita blue than you will Milwaukee.
Okay.
But Milwaukee is like the premier, like I got Milwaukee, it's almost a status symbol than anything. And all that being said, they're great. They're power. You know, my boy uses Milwaukee for his automotive job, and he abuses them, and he's busted some, and they perform very well for him. The other thing too is Harbor Freight with their Hercules, which is their top of the line power tool. They have revamped and if you go, there's one YouTube channel in particular called Porch channel. They don't take any sponsorship money. It's a pure scientific approach to measuring the power of the power tools. The Hercules stuff is right there with the Milwaukee and DeWalt as far as performance. I mean, certain tests it does better, and and they're a notch lower, and certain tests it's a notch lower and they're a notch better, but it's right there at the same performance. And now they have this a better warranty. You know, 3 years on the battery, 5 years on the tool. You just take it in, get a new one, no questions asked. And it's like half the price.
Okay.
You know, and which is crazy.
Yeah.
So
well, there you have it. Maybe we can get them as a sponsor for our show.
Yeah, Harbor Freight don't sponsor nobody. Yeah. They're cheap.
They have to.
They're cheap.
Yeah.
They're cheapos. That's why they're keeping the price down, because they ain't slinging money at people.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that's the way I saw it. That's the way I heard it.
That's my opinion, and it ought to be yours.
Yeah, but people looking into getting the tools, don't get fixated on color or brand, unless you're like in a mobile situation, you know, to where you're working out of a van or a truck. So being on a singular battery platform, you know, will save you a lot of space. If you're just in your garage, you'll know which battery goes with which tool. You just buy the best tool at the best price you can afford, because they're all great. As long as you don't order the no name brand one off Amazon, and you stick with a brand like Craftsman, Ryobi, Rigid, Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita, you know, a brand, you know, something from, you know, Bauer or Hercules from Harbor Freight, you'll be happy as a lark, because they're all really, really good.
Yeah.
You know, and
I know Lee has all those Ryobis. She just stuck with Ryobi because everything's interchangeable, you know, the batteries and everything. And man, she's even got this, it's like a little air gun, like to air your tires up in your car. I couldn't believe how much, and it looks like a little flashlight kind of thing. It's not very big, but you put the battery on it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how fast it pumped the air out. It aired up a car tire like it was at a service station or something. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to the ones you plug into your cigarette lighter and it takes forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, it works, but it'll take you a good 10 minutes at least to get it up. And man, it was like in a minute, dude.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. I have a Bauer one. It's a kind of a lunchbox shape, because it's also, it does your tires, but then it's got a low pressure one for like inflatable beach balls and that kind of thing. It's a little slower than that, but it gets the job done. It's not as slow as the ones you put in your cigarette lighter. You know, talking about the tool for the job, I was wanting a palm router, and I have a lot of DeWalt stuff and DeWalt batteries. The DeWalt palm router was $200, tool only. That's it. And I'm like, how much am I going to use a palm router? I want one, but I'm not, not sure how much.
Not a $200 one.
Yeah. And so doing some looking around, I already had some Bauer stuff, and Bauer has a palm router, and it was $89. It was $90,
Mm-hmm.
and then I caught it on sale for like $75, so I bought it. Works great. Anytime I need a router, little palm router, I use that. It works perfectly fine.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's good enough that if it ever burns out, I'll just get another Bauer because there's no need for me to spend $200 on the
Right.
DeWalt because for what I do, I don't see I won't see the difference.
And you may never have any trouble out of it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Arnie and Doug, they posted you see that?
It is.
Barbecue pulled pork pizza with side salad.
Yes.
I think they're tired of hearing us talk about tools, dude.
Yeah.
They need to change the subject.
Trying to distract us with their pulled pork pizza.
Steer the conversation away from tools.
They know us so well.
I know, right?
But guys, we really appreciate you joining us here on the porch, and it's always fun to get together and talk about whatever. It's always a lot of fun. If you guys ever need to get a hold of us, want to get a hold of us, check us out on social media at On The Porch Pod, or send us an email at joinusontheporch@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you, and we really appreciate you guys being here. And Ken, take us home.
All right. I want to thank everybody for listening to On the Porch with Todd and Ken, and we're gone.